colors, the Army, the Navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Jackson, quick slant to Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He's at the 30. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, Mike?
Yeah, do I ever?
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Oh, the option to give to Williams here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 6 yards left on second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wallace. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it? And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Devin Duvernay now returning from the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score. And the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Santos with the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Bears defense now back out onto the field. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. A solid stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Inside handoff here to Ricard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes Cohen. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Graham on the ground. Touchdown, Chicago! Jimmy Graham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears continue to pour it on. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Cohen. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talked with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Santos' kick is up and through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We start with two teams who are only about 90 miles apart as the crow flies. Motown versus Rock and Roll. Detroit heading east and over Lake Erie to take on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. 3 Tua Tagovailoa touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears add on. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Touchdown, Bears!
Cole Kmet,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
That's not good enough, man.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another carry for the fullback, Ricard. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 44.
178 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. While the trainers take a look. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
He's at the 50. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Man, 206 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
They run. Montgomery stays on his feet, and he's taken down inside the 30. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.